here we are. Hey,
Come on in.
Howie, how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Good. Good. Thank you so much.
Do you want to get the door?
Oh yeah. Close the door. Thank you so much for allowing me to come in here.
Sure, and just give me half a second. I want to finish something. Yeah.
All right, sure. You must be a very, very busy guy.
I am such a busy man.
I know.
So, you're lucky that you're getting me
I
a few minutes of
know.
my time. Okay, no, seriously.
So, what is your most proud moment in this role?
So, Title IX is a federal law that prohibits sex discrimination, including sexual harassment and sexual misconduct, and that's much of what I do is working on trying to help Duke prevent it from happening and respond to it when it does. When I first got to Duke about 3.5 years ago, there were just 2 people who were working on the issue full time, and they were both counselors in the Women's Center. Now we have closer to 10 people working on the issue.
Wow.
Full time, and I can't take credit for all of that, but I certainly played a part in helping Duke realize that this was an important issue and needed additional resources, and we're really lucky at Duke to have that many resources on the issue. Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I know you go to a ton of meetings all the time. Where is your absolute favorite place to meet on campus?
Well, I almost don't want to tell you because then
But you
other
have
people
to.
will use it. There's a place on the 2nd floor of the Broadhead Center
Mm-hmm.
called the Chaplain Family Lounge, and it's off in a corner. It's quiet. It's carpeted. They have couches and chairs. There's even a fireplace.
Ooh.
And whenever I have meetings with faculty or staff over there, if that room is empty, it's a great place to have conversations.
Very nice. So what's next on the agenda today, Howie? What you got going on?
So after we're done, I'm going to over to the Nicholas School of Engineering with Cynthia Clinton, somebody else in our office, to do some training on sexual harassment for the faculty there. And then after that, I'm doing a presentation for the Raleigh-Wake chapter of the American Association of University Women on sexual harassment issues nationally and how we're handling it at Duke. In fact, I'm kind of got to get headed over there, so if you don't mind walking with me.
Let's go, let's go, I'm ready.
Yeah, let me get my folder. All right. And I do want to stop in the conference room to get some water.
All right, I'll walk with you.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what do you think are some improvements that have been made over this last academic year?
Improvements that have been made over the last academic year. Well, first of all, don't tell anyone that I've been here.
I won't tell a soul.
We're supposed to save this for meetings.
We won't tell a soul.
Yeah. Okay, great. So improvements in the last academic year. Well, there's one in particular, that's sort of a technical issue. I convinced Student Conduct that they should hire somebody to be a hearing coordinator, a hearing facilitator for all the sexual misconduct hearings. And they hired Gina McCullers, who actually I had hired when I worked at UNC Chapel Hill, and I helped them steal her from there. And by having her handle all the sexual misconduct hearings involving students, we get a sense of consistency and professionalism brought to them, and I think that's really helped our process a lot.
That's important. I'm not gonna lie to you, Howie. I'm getting kind of hungry. What is your favorite place to eat on campus?
That one's easy. It's called the Skillet Southern Cookery in the Broadhead Center.
Oh.
Once a month as a treat, I go over there and get fried chicken.
Oh, okay.
It's really good. Yeah.
All right. So what's something that people could do today to reduce the number of Title IX cases that come across your desk?
I think that it's got to be the responsible use of alcohol.
That's important.
So many of our cases involving students, one or both parties, have been drinking, and it gets in the way of communication. It makes it hard for people to understand that when there's been consent, and makes it hard to recognize danger signs and resist. So we're doing a lot of Duke to train people and educate students on this. That's a big issue.
So what's one thing that you would like our viewers to know about your work?
How hard it is.
Yeah?
Our process is designed to be fair and balanced and transparent. but there are a lot of requirements from
Yeah.
the federal government and the courts, so it can be really cumbersome. We're trying to simplify it where we can, but I know that when people come out of it, then it can be very draining. But you know, we try and do what we can to simplify it, but again, we want to make sure people feel like they have the opportunity to be
Yeah.
heard.
So who do you look to for advice when you get stumped?
Well, I'm really lucky there.
Yeah.
We have folks from University Council who can give us help with legal advice. Student conduct folks there have been doing this work for years in terms of deep experience with student conduct matters generally. We've
Yeah.
got, Cynthia Clinton and Ben Reese in the OIE to help me a lot, and those are all really helpful people.
All right. So what other offices on campus make your job easier to do?
Well, it's the same idea. It's the University Council, Student Affairs generally. I meet with Larry Mineta once a month, and he gives me really good assistance and help, and he provides resources for us. So I think those are really good places for me to get help and partner with.
All right.
And HR also, because we've been doing a lot with HR in terms of outreach and raising awareness about the issue.
And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
On my home, on a couch, taking a nap.
Yeah.
I've been doing this work for over 40 years, and I'm about ready to transition out.
So speaking of which, what do you want your legacy to be on campus when you leave?
Restorative justice.
Yeah?
We've been doing a lot with getting that issue on campus, people to understand how it can be used for
Yeah.
community building, how it can be used in student conduct generally, and sexual misconduct cases too. And I hope that we've gotten some training on it, and I hope that it'll continue once I'm gone.
All right. So I have to know really quick. I know you got to go. Duke or Carolina basketball?
Oh, I'm really not a basketball fan or a sports fan at all, and so I don't really care much. But I will say that after we moved into our house in Chapel Hill, we found out that it used to be owned by Woody Durham, who was the voice of the Tar Heels for many, many years. He was the announcer for the UNC Chapel Hill basketball game, and it's really wasted on my wife and I because we're not sports fans, but it's a nice fact.
Impressive. Okay, one last question,
gotta go.
Howie. I know. Describe your work in 3 words. Go.
It's tiring, it's challenging, but it's also uplifting. We get to help people. That's more than 3 words.
All
I
right.
think that's important.
Thanks so
All right.
much, Howie. Have a
Thanks.
great meeting.
All right, take care. Bye.